you remember how when you're a kid, a day seemed to last forever? And a year. That was an eternity.
So, the evil witch was killed. Hansel and Gretel took their bags.
Your whole life was in front of you.
You got me.
Anything was possible. But then at some point you realise that it's not. Death wasn't just something that happened in games and stories anymore. My grandfather had been young once, had a life of his own, just as real as mine. But with my dad, we didn't even see it coming. I'd never ask him another question. I'd never see him again. He was just gone. I know I was hardly the first person to struggle with this. But most people manage to not think about it, to just get on with their lives. It's not like there's anything you can do about it. How do you do what can't be done? How do you separate fiction from fact? I didn't really know if any of it was real. I didn't know what I was about to do. I didn't know if any of it was going to work. I was just trying everything I could. I was immortal. It didn't matter what happened. It didn't matter what the world threw at me. Nothing could hurt me.
Don't know how it would go. Like, we'd give it a go. But, you know, my grandfather was a good guy, you know? Man of sense. Would you like to order?
Yes, I'll have the blue icon, thank you.
Sure. And for your son?
I can't.
I couldn't believe you didn't want it. Do you remember how long a day used to feel? How long a year was? But then there's that sense of, where's the day gone? And a year's over like that.
It was July already.
That got worse. You asked what would become of me. I don't know. Everything seems to die eventually. Everything but me.